The sun hung low above the rippling lake, its golden rays dancing across the water like liquid fire. The smell of pine and wet soil filled the air, blending with the faint hum of dragonflies. A little girl, no more than 6, skipped along the path beside her father, clutching a small red bucket. Her laughter echoed through the stillness. Her father, tall and quiet, carried 2 fishing poles, one new, one old, weathered from years of use. They had come to fish together for the first time since her mother's passing. Down by the shore, an old man sat on a wooden crate, his clothes torn and faded, his beard silver and wild. Beside him rested a rusty tin cup and a fishing rod patched together with twine and tape. His line barely reached the water, but his eyes, calm and bright, were full of patience. The girl noticed him first. "Papa, look," she said, tugging on her father's sleeve. "That man's fishing too." Her father followed her gaze and frowned. He didn't like strangers, especially ones who looked like they lived nowhere. "Stay close, Anya," he murmured. But before he could stop her, Anya ran to the edge of the dock. "Hello," she called. "My mama also loved fishing." The old man turned slowly. His eyes softened. "Did she, little one?" he asked, his voice low and rough like gravel under rain. "Yes," Anya smiled, sitting beside him without fear. "She said the fish can hear when you're sad, so you have to smile while waiting." The man chuckled, a sound both kind and broken. "That's true," he said. "Smart woman, your mama." The father's steps grew heavier as he approached. He didn't like how easily his daughter trusted this vagabond. But when he saw the old man's expression, a strange mix of warmth and sorrow, something in his chest tightened. The old man reached into his coat and pulled out a small silver lure. It shone faintly even in the fading light. "She gave me this," he whispered. "Long ago, before she stopped coming here." The father froze. His breath caught. He knew that lure. He had buried it with his wife. Scene 2, The Lake's Secret, approximately 500 words. For a long moment, none of them spoke. The wind rustled the reeds, and somewhere in the distance, a loon cried. The father's voice broke first. "Where did you get that?" The vagabond looked down at the lure in his trembling hands. "From a woman who used to fish here, before the storms came. She said it belonged to her husband, but that he'd stopped coming after the war." Anya's father's eyes narrowed. "That's impossible. My wife, he couldn't finish. The ache in his chest made words useless. The vagabond looked up. Her name was Lena. Silence. Anya gasped softly. "That's Mama's name." The old man sighed. "Then I suppose she found you after all." Tears welled in the father's eyes. He sat down heavily beside the man. "She never told me about you." "She wouldn't," the man said gently. "She didn't like talking about the hard years. I was her brother, lost when our town burned. I came back too late." The father's anger faded, replaced by something fragile, disbelief, then understanding. Anya, sitting between them, looked from one face to the other. "So, you're my uncle." The old man smiled through tears. "If you'll have me, little one." The girl clapped her hands. "Then we can fish together. All of us." For the first time in years, the father smiled, really smiled. He nodded slowly, taking the old man's hand. "Stay," he said. "We have room. And stories to share." The sun dipped behind the hills, painting the lake in crimson and gold. The water shimmered as if remembering all the hands that had once cast lines into it, the mothers, the fathers, and now, the daughters. When they finally threw their lines in together, the lake was quiet again, except for the laughter of a little girl and the gentle promise of healing in every ripple.